Hey, we still got it. It's been a minute since we did that.
Yeah, they didn't do that in a little while, but um, I feel as though I've started most of these podcasts recently ranting about how much children are the bane of my existence, and here we go again today. So I just don't understand why children have to cry and cry and cry and cry. Like I just do not get like there has to be another way to relay emotions than crying. Like I get it. Like me personally, sometimes I like to, just get a cry. I totally get what it feels like to just get a cry out. I understand. Why the fuck are you crying because we're leaving grandma's house? Why? Like, why are you crying because we are leaving? There's no reason to cry because we are leaving grandma's house. There's no fucking reason. Then, there's no reason to cry once you get into your home. There's just no, like, why are you crying, screaming at the top of you? For what? For what purpose? Just to go lay down in a bed and go. My thing is that this is my thing about children these days. Like I can't speak for everybody, but I don't beat my kids. Like, and I want to make this very clear because I feel as though if I beat my kids, I would be in a different scenario. Like I wouldn't be as stressed as I am. Like they might have a little bit more trauma, but me, I'd be less stressed. But because I'm trying not to, because I am doing my best not to lay hands on them, it
Soft
is
parenting.
it is making me and my life more stressful. And I just want everyone to really understand the dynamics that like I am the one who is the parent here. Like I just really want this to be because that's the one thing I don't. I've never really understood about the gentle parenting and all that nonsense. Like you're the parent. Like I get it. Like I truly get like Trump. Like I get it. Like some people be abusing their kids. Like I definitely grew up with a dude. I won't say his full name, but a dude I went to elementary school with. His mom definitely abused him. Like I saw her. I know. I saw her like beat him with a lamp one time. Like I saw her do it, and that's abuse. And I'm not. And
What
I'm
did he
not
do?
something very mundane, like literally like maybe piss on like the toilet seat or something. Like not enough.
But didn't clean it up?
Yeah, but like very much so
Super
shit you do
crazy.
when you're 7, 8 years old.
Okay.
Like very much so. You know,
Oh, he was still inaccurate. He didn't even know how to work the pistol yet.
just young, being a young adolescent. And this is the one thing I realized in retrospect. Single moms really be going through it because she was a single mom. Like so, I totally get it. Like you a single mom, you done had a
Where's
long.
that young man today?
He's actually doing really good. Like
See, hey,
he's a photographer. He actually won some awards recently. I had peeped like doing some like like event film type stuff, like concerts and different things of that nature. So yeah, he's doing really well. But I recently realized that like you a single mom, you go a long day at work, maybe a nigga done pissed you off, maybe somebody done cut you off in traffic, and then you just come home to like a 7-year-old pissing on the toilet. That might be my 13th reason as well. Like I didn't realize it at the time, but in retrospect, totally understand why a parent would just be like, "Fuck this."
he does not hate his mom, Shannon. He does not know how to work the pistol yet. He's still a young man. You know what I'm
Who hit whose mom?
saying? No, Shannon said he probably hates his mom though.
Oh, maybe. But my thing about no funny shit. I think men are much better at internalizing things like that. So like, as long as like you ultimately provide, like that's the thing. Like you could beat I feel like a young boy, but if you ultimately provide for them, they'll take the good with the bad. Like you would have to like beat them to a pulp, like, and then I would think it's like. But as long as you tread on the lighter side of abuse, I think you could make it work. In particular, dealing with a boy. I'm just being honest. I think boys are much
What's
more
the
forget.
lighter side of abuse? Like, what is that, bro?
Well,
Like,
Abuse
but
is abuse, no? Like,
not like if you go into like extension cords from a belt,
exactly. Yeah,
like
like
you know what I'm
any Joe
saying?
Jackson type beatings is OC, but like
So,
you could punch somebody, like you could punch a like a 9, 10 year old boy, and that would be, I think, considered abuse. But also like some things they do may cross the line and be punch worthy. So like there's a very
listen, I'm
it's a
telling you right now, y'all favorite lady, you know what I'm saying, used to go to my body smell,
there's a
and I'm gonna put
very
it that way.
there's a very thin line between discipline, abuse, and yeah, discipline and abuse. Like once again, everybody wants to act like they know it. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm not here to judge. Like I'm pro not putting hands on people, because if you don't put hands on people, we don't never get to the point of if, is it abuse or not. Am I going too far? So that's why I'm trying to tell you, fuck these kids, because if it's better to say fuck these kids than to smack them, and that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all not listening, man. Y'all not listening. All right, I just had to get that off of my chest as we start.
Ooh, shit.
All right, so where do you got? So I didn't send this to y'all, but I sent y'all like an outline of a skeleton of the show. But I kind of broke it down as well. So I have four subcategories. I have work sexual misconduct issues. I
Okay.
have war in Iran. I have national news, and then I have miscellaneous. And then also I have sports. So where do you guys want to go? Is there any particular place you would like to start?
Give me a rundown one more time.
I have work sexual misconduct issues, war in Iran, national news, and miscellaneous slash sports.
No matter what you think.
I like to go in order, man. Fuck it. Let's just go in your order, man.
Okay, work sexual misconduct issues. JP Morgan update. So, as you guys know, Mook is okay with race play. Shout out to Mook.
It would be. I said it would take some adjustment, but continue.
Shout out to all my non-black women. Holla at boy, at brother Mook. There's no race in Islam. Shout out to that.
That's a fact.
Is that
That's
a
a
fact?
fact. That's
Thank
a
you.
fact. That's a
Thank
fact.
you. Um, but
No, she can be a woman of color too. You know what I'm saying? I said the Bayani. You know what I'm
no, we
saying?
know you do women of color. That's why
Yeah,
I was letting all the non-women of color know that you're
okay, all right. Yeah,
open
yeah,
for
yeah.
business.
Let them know. Let them know.
That you're
Let them
open
know.
for business,
Yeah,
because
let them know.
the blacks know that you're here for them. Like
Yeah,
I don't think you got to worry about that. I think
yeah.
you got
The women of color, the women of Africa and whatnot. Yeah,
yeah, the descendants of Africa and all types of melanin, they know you. I feel like they
yeah.
know you. It's the others that may or may not know your game. So that's all
Oh
we're doing.
yeah. Oh my. Hey, pull up, baby.
I love to hear. But I said, with that being said, I thought I was coming here and I was going to offer somewhat of apologies to the J.P. Morgan lady. We started last week. That was probably my favorite story of last week. The J.P. Morgan analyst, who we finally found a face and a name. He came out, said that his boss sexually assaulted him, misconduct. Um, we later found out halfway through the week that maybe this was lies, or a lot of it was lies. He had made it up. He was basically doing a lot of fan fiction. He had sued prior in another form, trying to get money. He was just all over the place. But homie doubled down and added another lawsuit, and this time he had multiple witnesses, they say.
Mm.
So, with those new, look at him, Hattie. With that new information, with there being witnesses, you guys know me personally. I always have somewhat of a let's move the conversation forward angle. So I will tell you what my angle is as far as how I think the conversation moves forward. But just with that quick update I give you, he's refiled the suit now. Now he has filed it with two witnesses, and one of the witnesses is um, a other coworker of his, or no, a friend of his who said he was there when she propositioned them for a threesome. So this is some new.
Okay. Turn up then.
This is some new information that we
The
have.
fuck?
This is some new information we have as far as the J.P. Morgan sexual misconduct work situation. Where do you guys land there?
Well, I didn't know that this
What the
happened.
new shorty look like? Fuck what Omatic about to say.
That's a great question
No,
too.
no, no, no. Same shorty, same dude. All, now we just have witnesses. When he first filed this
So who the
case,
threesome? Who the threesome with?
oh, I'm sorry. Well, Shorty alleged that the threesome was with his homie. That she
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa,
yes, that
whoa, whoa,
she
whoa, whoa.
propositioned
Oh, she trying to get tag team?
that she propositioned
Oh, she trying to get Dudley Boy.
that she that she propositioned him and his friend to have a threesome with her.
It's
And
not a threesome.
listen, that's I'm just reading it
The,
how
the
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 art
women the women call it threesomes, bro.
the
They
woman
call
call,
that
you know
the
what?
women call that threesomes,
I hate
bro.
when you guys do this to me. I hate when
I'm
you
just
guys
telling you
I hate
what
when
I've
you
heard.
guys I hate when you guys lead me here. So now I have
Why?
now I
Why are
have
you more progressive than me?
I'm just telling you
that's
what I
a
heard.
that's a
That's
great hold on. There's so much shit to unpack in the last literally minute and a half. First of all, why are you more progressive than me? Crazy statement to make. Crazy
New
statement.
sentences, Charles. New sentences.
Crazy statement to make. Secondly, the women are saying that's a threesome. That's where we're gonna land. So, two men, one
Whew.
two
I
men, one.
mean, what else is it? All right.
See, two men,
it's
one lady versus two ladies, one man. Why threesome? Why not? Let's be as sexually progressive as we can here, or not.
If you, I don't know. Maybe it's because, this, yeah, this is definitely my misogyny speaking.
Yeah, go
So
for it.
if you taking two poles and two hoes, you got that is like, yeah, that seems like more track being laid than, you know what I'm saying. So it's definitely just, yeah,
Oh,
but
Matic is shaking his head. Come on.
yeah. So I had to catch myself. Almost looked this up on the work computer. I had to slow down. I love a good definition here. I love a good Google. Let's just keep it very black and white. Okay,
Okay.
Google's telling me a threesome is a sexual interaction or encounter involving three or more people simultaneously. That's it. So two men, that's a threesome, bro. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. It's
I'm actually
nasty.
with I'm actually with Omatic. Now, by the letter
That's what it
no.
is.
by
Hey,
the
majority rules on
no,
this
no, by the
podcast.
letter of the law, he is right. Now, I will give you, by the spirit of the law, I will agree with you, Mook. There is a clear inherent difference with two men and a woman and two women and a man. I think we would I don't think there's much to argue there. But by letter of the law, it is a threesome.
Yeah, for
And
sure. But I know, but when, all right, I was about to
no,
say
no,
something,
go for it.
but but from where I'm from, that's not what we called
Yeah, you call it a train.
Hmm.
it. I mean, train is a little different, but yeah,
I mean, what else would you? What else would you
a
call?
train is when like
So
it's
what would you
semi.
call? What would you call just two people? What would you call the two men, one woman then?
Hey, brother, you know what I'm saying? We've been very progressive today. I don't want to say the word that initially came to mind. Okay,
Text it. I'll say it.
um, they call it a cigarette in England.
A a a fag?
Okay. I don't want to. I don't want nowhere where another soul could cross. Them. I don't need that.
Oh, okay, okay,
I don't
okay.
need that. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want nowhere near that. Train is more than two for sure. That's why I was like, yeah, like a train is when like it's like I'm here, my man out there, and then my other man behind him. So it's just like you really just a caboose, and we just coming through town, Jad. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hope that's not the clip, but but yeah, that's not what I. Okay, yes, definitionally, yes, it's a
Okay,
threesome, but I give you that for
okay,
sure.
okay.
But if you just asking me,
No, no, no. I
my
do. No,
personal
listen.
beliefs and feelings,
I don't think you're wrong, but I definitely think Omatic. I like what Omatic did there because
yeah.
at a certain point we have to be honest about how this. Like it is what it is. Like if it's three people, it's three people. Like
But
that's
that explains how vicious Shorty is, though.
once again, this is all alleged, and this is
I
gonna.
mean, for sure,
Well, this is
Charles. We said allegedly
no, no,
already.
no, 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 no.
We got that out the way.
But this is why. I remember I kept talking about like how do we move this conversation forward. I think this is actually where we do move the conversation forward. everything that this man has alleged and has said about this woman is alleged, all allegedly. But
And the more I learn about her, the more I'm fucking with her.
the general consensus, from my opinion, has been, oh, it's funny, it's a joke, ha ha ha. Everyone's laughing. We're laughing at the fact that this man, may or may not have been sexually assaulted by his whatever. But every other time this is brought up in basically like a pop culture
Whew.
thing where we're talking about, in particular, a higher up sleeping with a subordinate,
Okay.
no one seems to care about any of the other parameters outside of the fact that, did you sleep with this person and blah blah blah. That's it. There's no
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
so.
it's an abuse of power. We all know what it is, what it's used for. Not like that's what men used it for. So that's why it's thought of that way.
And that was going to be my major point, is that it's not really about the power. Then it's never, because if we can have women in places of power with these allegations and everybody's just like, that's
So is misogyny a construct?
for sure misogyny. It has to be a, once again, the idea.
Charles, I'm just hey,
No, no, no,
don't
no, no. But
please
think
don't
about it.
entertain me. Please don't
No,
entertain me
but
right
no,
now.
but no, no, no. But think about it. The idea that this woman is being essentially charged with a is alleged to be charged with a crime, and almost all of our reactions is ha ha ha. Is literally the misogyny. When we first heard about this story, there was a large segment of us who was like, "You're bugging, my man. What you mean you ain't trying to sleep with her?" That is literally the misogyny in the conversation, and that's what I find to be somewhat of a interesting dynamic here, in which we can acknowledge that we're not taking this serious because of misogyny, and still be like, there's something wrong with it. But we're ultimately aiding in the fact that we're not taking it serious because of the misogyny. Like, there's this
But
really interesting play by play here where we understand what misogyny is because we're literally explaining it to ourselves in real time, but still being like, we don't care. And
yeah,
I think that's the ultimate thing, is like,
because
what,
the reason my definition for a threesome was very misogynistic.
and that's my, and not, and like, this ain't about you or anything, but like, that's the kind of the crux here, is that with misogyny, I just don't think we care. Like, it's not that men don't understand it, men don't acknowledge it. Men acknowledge it. Men see it all the time. Men live it. Men see other men go through it, and that men just don't care
Nigga
that
said
much.
that Charles
It's
said this shit like oxygen, nigga.
it just doesn't mean that much, because most men, I think, feel like they will go through it, or they will be on some side of it. So whether it is to their benefit or not, it's just part of life. Like, it is just a part of living in this society, and that's ultimately like kind of a sad existence. When you really think about it, like, awesome, like damn, like this, you niggas know that this is just how it is, and everyone is just okay with it. It's kind of like the idea of like why racism just exists, because everyone's just like, well, niggas
Bro,
gonna be racist, right? Like, it is what it is. Like,
I mean, but look at it though. Like this is, I was gonna bring this up too before you brought up the racism part. But like, look at one of the people involved in the lawsuit we talking about. Like, it's a white lady. She's the one with power, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, she's the one of stature. So it's like that's kind of another thing to it. Like, race also plays into it. It's like the whole misogyny thing is just like a white thing for real. Slim. Like, because like we talk about it with the Vrabel shit. Like, if it was Ime, if it was anybody else, if he was black, like, do you still think he would have his job? Like, you know what I'm saying?
well, I love how you transitioned us to that, because in the second uh, story in the work sexual misconduct issues is Rossini Vrabel updates. And the latest update we got on them is that while she was pregnant
Out
with,
of Pappy.
when she was pregnant with her first child, she was on a boat with Vrabel. 7 months, they're saying. Um, so once again, as the guy who has to move things forward with the question, how out of pocket was Vrabel for this? Do you think this is kind of the straw that breaks the camel back, or is it just kind of like we're just gonna keep getting more information about this relationship?
I think we're just gonna keep getting more information. Because for one, like Vrabel already got caught in a lie.
What lie?
Like he said that he like before that the pictures came out, he was talking about he ain't had no like real relationship with Shorty, all this, all that. And then they talking about well, these pictures came out like six. These pictures were taken like 6 years ago, my guy. Like, so what you talking about? And so like that was a lie. And then so now this is being talked about. So it's, I don't really know how Brother Vrabel deflects from all of this. I think we just want to keep, but Patriot way. And then it's I read today that Robert Kraft was trying to catch and kill the story.
Well, here's my thing.
That's nothing new from him, but yeah.
Here's my thing. I don't understand why I am so involved in these people's love life.
Hey,
Like
bro, I don't
at
care neither.
at this point, it's getting very messy in a way that has nothing to do with the football. If Rabel and her are cheating on each other, that is between them and their spouses. The biggest thing at first was that she may be getting some AJ Brown news, or she might be trying to devalue AJ Brown and help the Patriot, like his trade value. That one, even though I felt was a stretch, I can actually maybe see the merits in how it connects to their workplace. Outside of you being messy, whoever this person is, and just being like, oh, they were cheating on each other, I'm confused as to what the end goal is here. And that's my thing with that. And that's why I even added the Rossini and the Vrabel to the sexual misconduct part, because where does it become actual misconduct versus two adults doing something which is morally whatever wrong, versus an actual, like issue of a law or issue of workplace, whatever you want to call it? Because to me, it's getting very weird now. Like, do you want Diana Rossini to do a DNA test to prove that kid? Like, what are we ultimately trying to do here? But one thing I will say before, like, if you guys wants to answer, is that they said that she did not name her son after Vrabel. She named her son after her brother, who is also named Mike. And I want to tell her that I love her for that. Like, she's so gangster for that. Like, I love that. I love that in all aspects, because even if she is lying, who's
Who
gonna be able
cares?
to, who but who's gonna be able to prove it?
Right.
Her brother's name is like, that's her brother's name. If your brother's name is Michael and your lover's name is Michael, lucky you.
That's a bar right there.
Like,
But
lucky you.
I think like I said, I think we're just gonna keep like finding out the messy shit. But within the messy shit, it's probably something that like we don't know about. I honestly feel like it's a disgruntled Titans employee.
I think it's a disgruntled Titans employee, or
Like
some.
somebody that lost their job even after Vrabel had left, and he ain't take him, he ain't take them because I don't know if it's a man or woman to like New England with them because he just like took everybody but his
Can I
offensive staff.
can I give you a few culprits? One culprit is just someone in her husband's family. Maybe her mother, maybe a cousin, maybe a sister,
Does
maybe
she have
her.
a sister-in-law?
I don't know. I haven't deep dived that much into her life, but I feel as though that would be number one on my list. Somebody who found out this
What if it's
information.
a shake? What if it's a Shake Shack employee?
You know what? You just added that, because that was gonna. I was gonna go next. Vrabel's wife. Then I was gonna go an employee of either the Athletic or one of the teams Vrabel worked for, and then
Like,
I
what
was.
if it's a ploy to actually get her husband fired?
But that would make sense too. That somebody is just disgruntled and is like, "You ruined my life. Now it's time for me to ruin your life."
Hmm.
And now everybody else is becoming collateral, because this is a very messy TMZ story at this point to me. Like, it doesn't even really have a
This feel
lot of.
way more like corporate espionage than anything NFL.
You know what? See, to me, the Pablo Torre, Kawhi Leonard, that story felt like it had more legs, because there was an actual rule being broken, circumvention of the cap.
And there was
What
an actual legal investigation that exposed
because
that illegal law breaking. So
because the company was doing something. Literally, investors were getting defrauded. Essentially, there's nothing like that. Like it would. Here's my thing. If in the you know how the NBA the voters the media votes for MVP and all this da da da, and MVP voting first NBA is connected to contract stipulations. If that was how the NFL worked, like exactly, then I would be like, okay, now we have an issue because you did your vote or your something you did is ultimately affecting someone's money. We can connect these two through a dot, and we can say, hey, here's the connection, here's the issue. Diana Rossini cheating on her husband is Diana Rossini cheating on her husband. Like that is not my business. Ultimately, it's not my issue.
especially when she a repeat offender.
And especially when it seems as though her and Vrabel are more like her and Vrabel seem to be in love. Like they seem to be like that's you know like in any other lifetime we would be together
Yeah.
type shit.
Don't
Like
don't let your don't let your wife get away from your wife type shit.
you know like keep your girlfriend close, your wife you know keep your wife close, your girlfriend closer.
Type shit.
Those type of vibes. So like at this point, I just feel like I'm getting way too many
I
details
need
into
to know what Omatic thinks, bro. He been silent for too many topics, bro. He been
I,
making faces and some
yeah, hella
bullshit.
faces. I just feel like I'm just getting way too much information into someone's love life, and it's getting kind of weird. At least for me, like it's weird. It's different when they post it. Like you know, you got the TMZ type cats who be on Instagram telling you all they did. That's fine. This is kind of weird to me.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
got
mean,
much. I don't got much. I think to like what are we gaining from this is what I thought of today. When the video, I didn't even press play on the boat video. Right, I'm just
Me
like,
neither.
it's a
what?
video.
It's a boat
Yeah,
video. Them walking on the dock. Like
and
there's
she's visibly pregnant. Like
documents.
she's visibly pregnant.
Nigga, you said
Documents of
7 months.
them
Like,
both
she
signing
better be.
documents. You know, you signing your boat name, you signing, Mike Vrabel. That like, there's documents all that. Like, why are we getting all this 5 years later? To me, and I'm just like, to somebody's point, it might be, maybe it is somebody that's super disgruntled. You know, what I mean, it can't just be all husband at this point. But if it is, it's just like cats are trying to go to the depths of this to just air it out. But one thing I was just thinking, man, like I don't think Rossini quit on her own, or maybe she did. But it was probably one of those, hey, you can't be working here no more. It's just like Braves is still employed, man. So it's just like if they're both
Misogyny,
a
bro.
unit, it's kind of wild. It's like I have a Patriots fan in one of my fantasy chats, and he was like, yeah, he probably got to step down at this point. That's how he's feeling as a Pats cat. And I don't know. It's like again, he didn't break anything. This is just moral
Yeah,
compass is
here's the
being
thing.
messed up. But
This is why I keep telling all these leagues, you stay away from this shit. Once you position yourself with this moral, we are greater than. It's a privilege to play in the NFL. All this shit, you open yourself up to people being like, all the NFL coaches and head office and front office's favorite thing to say is that they let a player go because he was a distraction. That is their favorite thing to say. Oh, he's a
this is a
distraction.
distraction.
This is a distraction.
This is a
But you know,
distraction.
but the truth of the matter is that Vrabel's a damn good coach. And the same way certain players are damn good players, Vrabel's a damn good coach. So for me, unless we start getting something that is
It's
actually,
harder to find a damn good coach than a damn good player.
you know what I'm saying, it's outside of like quarterback, like
Yeah.
it's very hard to find a coach I think to Vrabel's caliber. Now, if we get something that's actually like leaning towards criminal, then we have a different subject matter. But everything now
I
is.
definitely think she was leaking shit to Vrabel though.
But once again, what are you leaking? That is the ultimate. If you're leaking that you heard, because my thing is that it would have to go actually the other way around. Vrabel could be has to tell her stuff because what information would she have for Vrabel outside of maybe she talked to another coach, but is our coaches giving her game plans? Maybe a GM said, "Hey, I'm thinking of trading for somebody." Did she go tell Vrabel, hey, this team thinks they're gonna
I
trade for
mean, but
this.
this going back to his time with the Titans. So like he still had fake control. Like him and the GM were lockstep back
I
then.
think
Like
the Titan
they got
stuff, Titans for sure, right? I don't think like noses
like
seem to be
I really
clean
think
with
this should
Patriots
go. I
stuff.
really think this should go back to the Titans, bro.
And I don't deny that, but once again, I what you I need to see what is the information. Like that's my thing. My thing is that if she said, hey, I'm about to draft this person, this team is about to do this or something like circumventing someone's draft capabilities. Okay, those are legitimate issues, but her being like there's some issues in the locker room. Nah, that's not enough. That's the type of shit that any reporter could find, and it would just be why do they have that
I mean,
information?
that's local beat reporter type shit for real.
That's my point. So that to me that doesn't cross the line. There's certain shit like that's the thing. Everything that we're finding out is very TMZ messy, not Pablo Torre finds out messy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be anything
Hey,
that
in order
that
in
brings
order
stuff.
for us to get the Pablo Torre finds out, we gotta get the tip of the iceberg, right?
Very good point. But that's where the sexual misconduct workplace stuff for today. So shout out JP Morgan, shout out Rossini. Um, Last question: if JP Morgan settles with this guy, do you think people will change their tune on how they feel about him or about him in the situation, or will it stay the same?
I still think he a simp. I don't know what the public think, but he a bitch. And he wanted that shit, bro. Like I'm standing on that.
He's
Like I'm sorry.
afraid, bro. Like, what are you
He,
Misog-
he
saying?
was he
Misogyny
was
never
not
He's
ends.
afraid.
he was not afraid, bro.
Misogyny never ends here.
Cause there's no way that you keep doubling down with the lawsuits. You could have left.
There's a great
She
story.
ruined his life, bro.
I heard a
She
great.
did not ruin it.
I heard.
He could have left. So he works at another financial firm now.
I heard a great story
Took a pay cut.
about how a woman in Spain said a man raped her, and then she suing him, but she had sex with him multiple times and throughout the summer, and she said she did it because she was bored. I thought that was an interesting, like once again, connection through how these stories work. That like, depending on who is the victim or accuser, we tend to have.
I feel that, but I got my own thoughts about the Spanish people and their psychology. So let's just keep that shit moving.
He said, let's keep this shit moving. All right, next on the subject matters are, um, I was gonna do in the war in Iran, but let's skip that. Let's go to national news. The hantavirus. What do we know about the hantavirus?
First of all, that's my first time ever hearing it being said.
I could be saying it wrong, but
Brother, it doesn't matter. It's the first time I've ever heard it audibly.
um,
I know it's like
COVID 2.0.
maybe like 10.0,
I was
bro. Like
definitely about to say 10.0.
Yeah,
this shit is this shit is 3 times more deadlier than COVID, fool. If you catch
hold
this,
up. They
like,
said this has a 38% mortality rate. COVID has a 0.1 or 0.01 mortality rate. So
oh, see, yeah, you might be like 3,000.
type shit. Um, what? So here's my read on everything. We gotta live in some sort of matrix or simulation. No funny shit because we just had something like this happen. We have information about that, and people are still acting like there's not a possibility that something could go incredibly wrong, and that to me is baffling. Like we just have spent the last 4 to 5 years dealing with people talking about long COVID, all types of issues relating to COVID, and now we're getting told
bro,
about
I
another,
had to get I had to take a COVID test and get cleared before I had my lung surgery.
and now we're talking about
That was last year.
another potential strand of whatever, and everyone just seems to be like whatever. Like you would like myself included. Like the other today, I was in the barber shop, and nobody. It was only one person with a mask on, and I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with us? Like we all went through this it wasn't like one part of the world went through this. We all went through this as a collective, saw the responses, saw the consequences, and we're all just kind of like, all right, whatever. What's what's going on? Like, am I the crazy one for seeing this and not thinking anything of it? Like, someone help me out here. Like, I just
You sent all the conspiracy theories into the chat, and that's exactly how I feel like people felt. Like a lot of people feel as though this is like a gotcha moment, not more like a instead of like a gotcha, it's just like, oh, we told you and we should be preparing. It's just like a, oh, gotcha. You shouldn't have got that vaccine. But it's just like, bro, this is 3,000 times more fatal than the other shit we just experienced. Like,
my thing with some of the conspiracy theories on this one are that ever since uh I would say since this war in Iran, or since maybe even since October 7th with the attacks in Gaza, there's been or the attacks of Gaza, Israel. I don't even know how we would classify those exact whatever October 7th thing, October 7th attacks.
the attacks on Gaza.
But ever since then, there's been this kind of like propaganda propaganda pushback. I would say that anybody who tries to disseminate any sort of propaganda gets a healthy pushback. People are there's a healthy skepticism to almost all sort of takes these days. No matter what you say, the sky is blue. Somebody is like, "What color blue? What variation of blue?" And I think that healthy skepticism leads us to places now where we are with this virus, where people are asking legitimate questions. Why this virus apparently started on an expedition that wasn't just any cruise expedition. That's what we're coming to learn, that this was a expedition of, in particular, of scientists, in particular of this wasn't just your Disney Carnival type cruise. This was a very special cruise. That comes with new information. Um, where these people were coming from. Apparently, they were coming from Argentina, and they were sightseeing in some labs, doing what God knows. All this type of stuff. You get it, and I think once you get it, it changes how you have to look at things. Because, like I said, since October 3rd, since COVID, everybody who said, "Oh, this is conspiracy," it's not a conspiracy. Like it's just like we could name some things right here. Jeffrey Epstein, this and that. We have found out multiple things that Jeffrey Epstein was a part of. Speaking of Pablo Torre, he's doing an investigation on Jeffrey Epstein in Harvard sports.
Women's sports.
And Harvard's women, and his connection in helping pay for that.
Women's rugby to be exact.
All these things that if you would have told somebody.
Hey, shout out to our boys, Charles. Cortez and them, man.
Yeah, they won an Emmy.
They got a Pulitzer.
They got a Pulitzer.
Shout out to our boys.
If you would have told people this 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, they would have been like, "You're crazy. You're saying something that's ridiculous. Who does this?" If you would have said that Israel is trying to gain land in Lebanon and pushing, people would be like, "No, that's anti-Semitism." What you're saying, and we're watching currently them bomb South Lebanon and take the land. So my thing is that like all these sort of conspiracy, this and that,
and they said they had an auction
in New York,
for the West Bank,
and
earlier this week.
He said that he chastised that. He spoke out about it. But my whole point to bring it back to the virus is that while there might be conspiracy theories, we're at the point now that you have to acknowledge them for what they may be, even conspiracy or not. You have to acknowledge that there could be some truth to them, because every other conspiracy seems to have some truth to it, right? Or like, or is this the conspiracy that just is an actual conspiracy? I don't know. I'm not jacking that. So um, I think I'm gonna buy a mask tomorrow. I'm gonna make sure I have my mask when I go out. I'm gonna still go out for sure, but I'm definitely masking back up. And they said, what's the invertimin? What's the is that what you're supposed to take that? What was the shit that people were taking for COVID, but they weren't supposed to? It was like some horse shit. Let me.
Charles, I'm gonna tell you right now, if it's anything a horse supposed to be taking, don't take it.
Yeah, and Vertimin, they said that that's the joint for the hantavirus.
How do you? Did they say how you contract this? Because you saying I'm gonna wear a mask, and apparently that's gonna solve all your problems. But did they
It's
I mean,
say
it's not gonna solve all my problems,
Yeah,
but
not at
what are they
all. But
saying is the way
you
to?
can get it by people
Uh,
talk like call like if someone has it, in order for a human
apparently
to
it's
get
person
it.
to yeah. Apparently it's person to person. That's the issue that
Yeah,
it.
in order for a human to get it though, like they got it. It's like through rodent urine, and then the rodent has to already have a certain virus, and then yeah, it's like a rodent rabies in a sense, strictly for rats. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes them want to kill themselves, commit suicide, or whatever.
all right.
So, if once they contract it and they pee and all that, but it's just like they say, but you can only get it if you live in a population where its rats are, and it's just like, bro, we live for one. If you know anything about this area, since white people have gotten here on boats, like they came with rats. Like my nigga, like that's why we have a large infestation of rats on the East Coast. Like no funny. So, and a lot of our shit is coming through ships, and like those rats live
Okay,
on ships still.
so here's the issue. So can invertimin cure hantavirus? Controversial COVID treatment touted. So what happened was there was a doctor who went on Twitter and said that. Um,
All right, who's the doctor? And is he
Houston
cool?
based
Is he
Houston
cool with
based
Elon?
Dr. Mary Talley Bowden.
She cool with
A
Elon?
Houston I don't know. A Houston based doctor, Mary Talley Bowden, has shared a possible solution to tackle the hantavirus outbreak that led to the evacuation of the World Health Organization. Da, 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 da.
How does she feel about the mRNA
She's
vaccine?
Hold on. This is what she said. She says shared on social media that Invertimin, an FDA-approved anti-parasitic medication used to treat various infections caused by worms and external parasites, could possibly work against hantavirus. Hantavirus is an RNA virus, and Invertimin should work against it. Invertimin blocks RNA viruses from entering the nucleus, inhibits viral replication, disrupts integrity of the viral membrane, and can prevent viral replication. She wrote on Twitter.
Where do
So
you get this from?
I don't know. That's a good. Once again, I remember during COVID.
It's not over the counter, bro.
I'm saying, like, what the fuck? How are we getting this, bro?
I
She
mean,
said that shit like, bro, like you don't have niggas out here like on the dip.
How do you take it? Is it a pill?
It is definitely injected.
we'll find out. You
Ima- Imagine.
let's do some
Nigga, you
Googles
said
on.
it goes into a horse. How did it? I ain't
No,
never
they
seen
they have a
what
paste.
what
Apparently, there's a paste. That's the paste. That's the paste.
for
So
humans.
once again, I'm just telling you. I
Cause
remember
I can
during
tell you
COVID.
right now, anything that goes in a horse is in a fat ass needle.
All I would say is during COVID, there was a large segment of the population, of the MAGA population, that was saying they were taking that and that was supposed to help them.
Charles,
Now,
How did they
Charles,
get it?
I'm,
Charles, Charles,
How the
Charles.
fuck they
First
I
of
got it?
don't
all,
know.
hold on,
You
hold on,
guys are
hold on,
asking me questions that
hold
are
on.
out of my pay grade.
I don't
You
You
give a
gotta.
brought it
fuck. I
up,
know, no,
bro.
I don't
What
want to
is?
know how nobody got it, Snip. I ain't
I do.
what? Hold on, Snip. You see the
Thank,
people that
thank
we
you, man.
who is in
Thank you,
charge
man.
of the FDA right now?
That's a good question. I don't know, but
The Kennedy
that
guy. So
I thought he was okay. Yeah, yeah, he's in charge of something for sure. All right,
all of the health
but
regulations, like all the whole.
no, no, you're right.
That
He's
nigga
So
he's
it's just
stay
definitely
like,
right
bro,
there.
fired all the time. I don't know
son,
what
he
he
the
is,
reason
bro.
why we got, and we ain't even get into the scientists getting assassinated yet. Well,
Now
we gonna
we're
talk
gonna
about
do
that.
that another. We gotta give that its own episode because that's Omatic's bag. You gotta let
Yeah, for
Omatic
sure.
lay out for that.
I'm still doing homework on like three of the sciences, so we
Yeah,
got to
when
start
you
that.
finish, let us know. PPP loans, though. Speaking of government, I should have actually called this just the government, the government section. The PPP loans. I don't know if you guys know, but JD Vance has a task force, and they revealed this week that they found 526 pandemic loans that are suspected to be fraud, which amounted to $22.2 billion.
Bro, if you don't
Now,
write that shit off, bro.
one thing I did think that I saw about this that I found super, super interesting was that
You said
That
526,
seems like a low number to me, man.
526,000.
and that
Yep.
equaled
Oh,
out to
thousand. Sorry.
$222 billion in suspected pandemic era fraud.
that still don't that math still don't seem right to me. And if it do, it sound like you going after white collar criminals.
Well, I think one thing I did find interesting, it says research findings show over a million suspicious PPP loans, Vance wrote in a memo on the first day of his task force. However, the administration estimates that 1.2 trillion in loans approved between 2020 and 21, and at least 200 billion is fraudulent. So, of the 1.2 trillion that went out, they're saying that they believe 200 could have been fraudulent. Now,
200 billion, bro.
yeah, of 1.2 trillion. So
You,
now that sounds. I don't know what you think.
bro.
Does
The
that
first of
sound
all,
low?
what 200 billion?
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely sounds low because we weren't the only ones getting like regular people in the LLC community on Twitter and all them people that they was talking about all that scam shit that they was doing. I'm pretty sure like that's a small amount compared to what
But you gotta think on average.
these actual companies were doing.
But think on average. Let's say somebody's mama created an LLC to do some
So
PPP shit.
I feel you, but that's like a cool at most 50K.
Okay, and then a corporation does it for a million. The average
That's
is
what I'm
not.
saying. Like you need
Yeah,
like if you're not gonna go after these
that brings the average.
corporations.
So then, if you're just only going over the 50,000 K niggas, that would equal up to 200 billion. If you're only going over if you're not going after the $1 billion corporation, you're only going after the mom and pop's 50K niggas. A bunch of 50K niggas will equal up to 200 billion.
150,000 times 50,000 equals 2 billion. 200
I,
billion.
I haven't done. I don't know, but like
I
I'm
don't,
sure we can.
Chuck, I'm pretty. I'm
That's a
just
lot of zeros. That's a
for
lot of
sure,
zeros. That's
but
all I know.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
How,
damn sure that shit don't
how
add
many
up to 200
how many
billion.
how many zeros is a billion?
12.
If 12 zeros is a billion and 50,000 is
Cause
five
10,
zeros,
cause
and then
nine figures is is what 100 million.
yeah.
So 10 10 zeros would be a billion.
Okay, so
So you need
if
two more zeros.
Two more. So yeah, 12. So 12 zeros would be a billion.
okay, so if 50K, if we're just talking about 50K people, that's five zeros, and up to 500,000 on whatever average, whatever, and how much it
We
costs.
still missing a zero.
At six zeros, we're close.
We missing
500
some
and
zeros.
500, we're missing one zero, and
We're missing the
550
zero. Charles,
times 100 times 550 people, we can get to
we
that
still
extra zero.
that no, I feel you, but no, Charles, we missing the zero, and I can tell you, we just doing average numbers. Everybody ain't get 50K, Charles.
That's what I'm saying. Some people got more, some people got less. That's why it's an
A
average.
lot of people got less.
Listen, if you would have seen the way I seen niggas on Instagram,
For sure.
some niggas was talking about tap in 10, 15K. So
Yeah, because
a
they
few,
was trying to multiply their money. That's a pyramid scheme.
some niggas, some niggas got more than 50.
I can flip your 300 into 3K. I can flip your 3K into three. Yeah.
Bro, all I know is that some people did, some people didn't. Oh, but what I did find interesting is that the agency said that it already suspended nearly 112,000 borrowers of fraudulent loans
Oh, we gave them extra people.
in California and Minnesota. So they seem to have found a good amount of people
Why are
in
these states always being
in
targeted?
particular blue states. So shout out to the PP loans. If you took it out, I hope you
Ilhan Omar, and what's that nigga name over there?
Gavin Newsom.
There we go.
I hope you don't get caught.
We should have PPP'd, man. We had it. We had the whole business structure
We
right.
tried. They denied us, right, Charles?
I don't remember.
Nah, I didn't try to PPP. That's
Oh.
crazy, bro. I should have, but like, nah.
We had
All
it.
we needed was a cool 25. We wouldn't have got caught. We were still working.
I would have settled for the 10. I thought niggas were getting 10, bro.
I'm a better person than that. My soul
Alhamdulillah.
would have,
Alhamdulillah.
my
May Allah
soul, my
subhanahu wa
soul
ta'ala
would
grant
have,
you a reverence, I mean.
my soul would have thought less of me. I don't know why. I do have a weird moral compass. It's a very weird one. Like I don't like to steal and shit. I feel bad for doing, but I'll definitely do some other shit
Nah,
that
nigga.
I probably shouldn't do. So
That's how you know you're a good person, Charles. I don't like people that steal.
sometimes.
Who we stealing from?
Yeah, even then, it's kind of like
Hold
stealing
on,
is kind
Charles. We got a story. We got a story together. Hold on. We got to relax. That one time at that party, Goose Lampkin.
of. That's what I'm saying.
We
My
got
heart
to
still feels.
relax. We
My
got to
heart still feels
relax.
bad. My
We
heart
got to
still feels
relax.
bad. Feels bad about that many years later.
I feel like
That
we
wasn't
paid
cool.
our. I feel like we paid our dues in multiple facets.
I like to think so, but you never know. That could have really fucked up somebody's vibe. Could have
Uh,
ruined someone's life. Who knows?
Allure. He's still DJing, but Allure.
The fact that he's still DJ, like you have. uh,
You weren't the only one
Met
that felt guilty.
Met Gala. The Met Gala was this week. Did anyone peep? Anyone peep? Did you guys see the looks? Were you guys fans? No fans?
I'm not a
I
Met
feel like
Gala cat.
Ben
I,
Stiller pulled up like in a way that I kind of would, like if it was like a regular Tuesday night in a blue suit, r- solid tie. I would never wear a tie, but
He pulled
solid
up.
tie.
I thought they were
Ben,
saying he was at the game.
think
no,
that was
Ben Still,
Timothy Chalamet.
yeah, that one went to the game.
It's all these whites.
Nah, the Met
He a
Gala.
younger version for sure.
I actually like the Met Gala. I think it's cool. I like once again. I told you I like Halloween, so I like a themed kind of dress up event. Um, my issue with the Met Gala is that I never understand what they're actually going for. So are they going for the the theme, or are they going for fashion? What I mean by that is that a lot of the
I think you're
themes,
supposed to blend art with the fashion.
well, like a lot of it's the Met, right? Museum of Metropolitan Art,
There we go.
and a lot of it is based off of like installations, stuff that is already in there. So to me, some of the dresses or some of the outfits actually make sense because they're representative of, or they're in homage or whatever to installations, collections, things of that nature. Even some of the fashion, when it's like directly on theme or like directly corresponds, makes sense to me. But like when people just wear like the same colors or like that, I kind of get thrown off because I'm like, why? Like
That's some museum cats whose outfits match installations.
there was a few people who had different. Oh, Naomi Osaka, she's someone I can think of off top whose outfit was reflective or representative of the theme past just wearing an outfit. Paige Beckers, she wore something that was just like the fashion was I think representative of the theme, but I don't it didn't give like installation type shit. Sabrina Carpenter, she wore like film. I
The
think
film, 19 something film of Sabrina.
her outfit was film. She was
Yeah.
wearing film. So like that type of stuff to me is
Hey,
interesting.
hold on, Charles. Can we clap it up for that good milk right there, Charles? That's some good milk right there. She can definitely be, yeah. That race play we was talking about earlier.
See, I like how you bring things full. I like how you connect the dots here.
She
I
seems
let her,
nice. I don't
she
know if
does,
she'll do that. I
she
don't know if
probably
she'll
would
do that.
not want to call me a name, but I'd be like, please.
You know, oh, so I, this is crazy. I hate when, but
I
I
hope this
love
is
this.
not a clip.
This will be a clip. So my thing is, so white people really have a fetish for wanting to say the N word, and let me tell you why. So today I'm at Mission,
Barbecue.
yeah, by Nats Park. I'm going in there. I'm chilling, happy hour
Before or after the game?
after the game. I'm chilling. I'm minding my business, and a man is sitting there next to me. You know, starts chopping up, starts talking. White man says he's 49. Said he used to live in PG back in the day. Said he lives in Virginia now. I said, cool. So we're talking. At one point in the conversation, this man is like, his kids are 1/8 black,
What do you mean by that?
and he goes, "I be telling my kids don't say the N word."
Why are you bringing this up?
Why are you bringing this up? He was like, "Oh,
Inclusion.
he was like, oh yeah, my wife." He's like, my,
1/8?
he was like, my wife. He was like, my
Nigga,
wife.
this ain't Jim Crow, cuz
My,
this ain't no paper bag test, cuz like keep that shit to
listen,
yourself.
this nigga said my wife's father, he was half black, half English, and da da da. So
That's a
my
European, my nigga.
so he was like, my kids, they're like 7 8 black, and they're like, Dad, this new generation, people get a pass. I was like, uh huh,
Tell me
huh,
more. Tell me
huh.
more.
He was like, yeah, when I was growing up, you could say it in one neighborhood if you got a pass, but you knew when you go to the next neighborhood, you had to get your pass again. I was like, mm-hmm.
The
So you
man's
feel
still
safe
saying it.
now.
So
The man's
now,
still saying it for sure,
oh,
bro.
for sure, he's like that shit go off
Yeah,
all the time,
yeah,
and then he was like, no ER. And just know it's me and P at this point, and we're just like,
he's locked in.
Interesting.
interesting. So he did all that, but I say that to say that, to your rice plate thing, that while she might not want to say it because of where she at, her because of her fame and shit.
No, I honestly feel like that's the type of person she is.
If you get her behind closed doors, she might be willing to go off. I'm just saying.
I mean, you never know what happened when you get in the heats of passion, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
The fact that that would be a heat of passion thing for you is crazy. I just want you to know that.
For me or her.
You're the one who's asking her to call
First of all,
you.
it takes two to get the passion, baby. You know what I'm saying? It takes two. You know what I'm saying? You can't
Hold
just
on. Fuck race play. Let's do. Is there any other play going on? Because you are a Muslim brother. Are they trying to grab the kufi?
Charles, you trying to bring the group chat into real life and I don't like
He
this.
sure is.
Are you trying to say that I know these
That's
things?
foul.
I was just,
you you definitely know the answer to that
I
question.
was just asking. Maybe they're not. Maybe they are.
Um,
You don't have to share. Like you don't have to share.
You put him on the
there
spot. Fuck it.
there have been some fetish like questions asked. Put it that way.
I feel that.
When it comes to my faith.
I feel as though fetishes are a very weird thing because people like them, but they only like them behind closed doors. But now because everyone wants to be like very much so like sexually progressive,
Yeah,
they want to kind of share their fetishes
yeah.
with
It's
others,
it, yeah,
like
bro.
it's some sort of community. But fetishes are normally only accepted when hidden. Like
Yeah.
nobody
It's
actually
usually
wants
one
you.
thing I can share is though is like you said, the kufi, rubbing of the kufi, which is wild. You gotta snatch that off, brothers. Please snatch the kufi off. And speaking in Arabic, that's a big one.
I got a question.
What's up?
In terms of gotta snatch the kufi off, what how far into the passion is we like flinging this joint off, bro? Like, as we, what I mean, as soon as we get started, we know the pregame, we taking the joint off. Like, what's going on here, man? When is we?
Um,
I mean,
put it this way. We all know the equator. And before we get to the equator, you got yeah. You know what I'm saying?
My
Go
man said,
ahead.
"I'm not going down there with the helmet on."
Nah, not at
Uh,
all, baby. You know what I'm
no
saying?
helmet
You got
on, bro. So
nah, cause that's what. That's when they be want to rub on the jump the most, and it's just like, hey, shorty, like relax, like
Gotta bless, bro. Gotta
I feel
bless
like
him,
we're
man.
getting this podcast is getting mad freaky. Like this is like 2 weeks in a row that mad sexual things have been talked about. Now this is an adult podcast, so there's not really an issue per se, but
I was looking at the numbers. Our shit project between 21 and 35, so we good.
that's fair. That's a fair play. I think people definitely are a little too horny just in general as a
No,
society.
for sure, sure. But
We're a little too horny. But
but that's Charles. Why you bring the group chat to the pod, man? Why you do that?
I thought that was an interesting combo.
But no,
My thing about role plays though, I feel as though I have had only maybe one instance where there was a woman who was not, yeah, she was like Italian or some shit, and she was definitely kind of weird about our link up. Yeah, this was at Temple. This is definitely a
she
weird,
was
but
what part of the boot? North or south?
no, if we was this
Oh
is
yeah, nigga. That's why she was weird. She was racist.
yeah, it was very weird. Like it was definitely like, oh, you don't really know black people. Like I'm the black person in your
No,
like
no. She knows about
country.
black. She knows about black people. She don't know about niggas.
Either way, it was giving very much so
Cause
like
she went to Catholic school with some black people.
I was your I was
Your introduction.
I was a museum subject. It was definitely giving weird.
Oh, okay.
Um, but
Welcome, Charles. Yeah, that's what I'm
every
talking about.
every now and then
How's it feel to be a relic, my nigga?
I mean, even though this was like 15 years ago, I probably didn't have the same social consciousness or care. But looking back, it's like, yeah, that is kind of weird that you were very much so making certain conversations. She's the chick who got me those J. Cole concert tickets. It was very so.
Oh,
Yeah,
she was one of them.
it was weird because her group it was like three
You
of
should
them.
have ran. I wish you would have told me. I would
One
have
of them
not
was
so totally
cool.
ran in, nigga.
One of them was just like a super, just kind of like cool tomboyish, but the one who was actually
She
with the
dark now.
shits, actually with the shits was definitely giving some. Wait, this is I like you because you're black. The last thing I was gonna say because I wanted to talk sports, but the NBA playoffs. I feel like we should come back and we should do maybe an emergency pod because we wanted to do some Game Seven pods, but the Game Sevens were actually kind of mad. Like, was there any good Game Seven of
They went the way we predicted them in the chat, just like and on pod. So it was no reason to do.
Cavs end up pulling out theirs. The Pistons end
Yeah.
up coming back pulling out theirs. Even the Sixers, I feel like they kind of handled the Celtics for the most part in Game
The
Seven.
only way, oh yeah, the only way we would say we would have did an emergency pod is if the Raptors would have beat the Cavs.
Yeah. So I think the semifinals, second round, have been pretty decent as far as like, well, not pretty decent, have been pretty chalk as far as what we thought. Outside of that Minnesota series, I don't think many people thought Minnesota would steal one of those first two games, but they
I
did.
did.
Okay. Well, some of us have been bigging up the Minnesota vibe the whole second half of the season. Also, some of us, one of our, I think my champion is gone. Well, my Eastern contender is gone because I said I like the Celtics. They're gone, and Omatic said he thought Denver would win the whole thing, and they're gone. Um, so a few people's guys are out. I will say though, I kind of have hedged my bets because I did
Oh,
say
my
that.
people still in, huh?
Who's your people?
I believe I said Boston, and for West Coast, I picked OKC.
Yeah, we.
But in my heart,
Oh,
Tim- Timberwolves.
oh, well, okay, I believe that. But yeah, I think we're getting closer to actually having a real. All right, this is where we land because I think next round, if Cade, SGA, Wemby, and Brunson get there, those will be good series from start to finish. I think if maybe the Timberwolves sneak in, we'll have something interesting to talk about. But I don't really think they can. I think I actually watched back the last episode, and we actually disrespected the Timberwolves. We didn't really give them a chance. we had penciled the Denver Nuggets into the next round.
Who is
And
we?
you didn't push back, so you will be part of the we for this. Yes,
Okay.
the three of us.
I'm gonna say because I ain't say nothing on the
Yeah,
top.
well, that's what I'm saying. You be pushing back. So when you don't push back, you become part of we. So we basically have.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. That's how we doing this.
That's what do you mean? That's how it's done. Literally, when you be saying stuff. So when you don't say
But
stuff,
we all know where I lie with. Like we know where I stand with the Timberwolves.
that's fine. But they were playing versus the Nuggets, and you said, and we were talking
No,
about this.
I said earlier that they was gonna beat them.
Yes, and then when they were up 3-2 and all their players were hurt, and
I still said that they were gonna win.
when everyone said the Nuggets were playing in the
And
next
I ain't
round.
say nothing. Y'all was talking that cash shit. I ain't say nothing. Ain't no reason for me to talk. Jay McDaniel said everything. Them niggas is cones, cuz.
All right, so they are the Nuggets are the Timberwolves in the next round? Yes or no? Are
In
they
the
gonna, are they
in the
getting to
Western
the
Conference Finals?
Are they getting to the Western Conference Finals?
For a third year in a row.
Yeah. For the simple fact that I might have just said that third year in a row, yeah.
All
I can
right,
say.
all right, bet. So
Because I feel like this series going 7, no fun.
that's fine. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that assessment,
Yeah.
but now you're standing on that. So now, if they do get
Come on,
there,
cuz you know I'm rocking with my little cousin from Atlanta, and I'm Atlanta, Jordan. You know what I'm
you,
saying? AE, Anthony Edwards. I've been
I'm about to
sliding
say,
with him. I've been
aren't you
rocking and sliding with
aren't you
Cuzzo
from North
since.
Carolina? I was gonna say, what does that have
My
to do?
father from Savannah, so but yeah.
Okay, that's close enough. I was gonna say, I don't really know what that has to do with it, but
Yeah, my father from Savannah,
back away.
my grandmother from Savannah. Like they was born down there. Like family reunions in Atlanta. Like I got pictures.
I have. Please, you don't have to Cardi B us. You do not have to prove. You do
Okay.
not. You do not have to prove it. If you say it, I believe it, Mook. I don't. I'm not gonna take that from you. You got it, buddy. You got it.
Hey, baby.
WNBA. I said I didn't want to, but tip off tomorrow is the WNBA season. It tips off Friday. Um, we briefly talked about the top whatever top 10 rankings or the top 50 ESPN rankings, but there was a GM survey that recently came out where the GMs and front office members they did some polls, some rankings. Chelsea, basically the Aces are the best team in the WNBA. They have the best point guard, they have the best forward and center, they have the best shooting guard, Jackie Young. Yeah, these are they have all these positions. I don't think they gave them the best small forward, but they did give them the best power forward and center.
Who was a
And
small forward?
I guess Nalissa Smith, if she's a starter, but
I
Jackie
thought she
Young,
came off the bench last year.
she did after she got traded there. But she's I
She
don't know
played
what
starter, man. She right.
I don't know what the makeup of their team is right now. But I thought that GM survey was so interesting because I think they got a lot of things right, but I think there was too much emphasis on how last year looked. And what I mean by that is that Chelsea Gray was great for that second half of
I'm
the
about to
year.
say the end of the season.
At that when the Aces went on that run, they were at one point they were like the eighth or ninth seed last season, and then they went on a crazy run to get all the way up to I want to say 2 or 3. No, they were 2 because the Dream finished third. So they went from literally
Ass.
eighth ninth seed at one point all the way to being the second seed, and then we know what happens. They win another championship, but there was a part of the season where she wasn't that good. Like she was not good that first half of the season. That's just a I don't know. I don't care what anyone
I would
says.
honestly say like a little bit into the second half of the season, she was not good. Like
But
Jackie Young was carrying them low key
for
on
sure.
the guard front
But what I will say is that when they counted the most, she was at her best.
for sure.
She was at her best in the playoffs. In particular, I would argue in the series they needed her the most versus the Mercury. Like
Kill.
versus the Storm, Jackie Young was Jackie Young did what she needed to do.
I think that
Um,
was a matchup thing though.
versus the Fever, Asia literally was Asia. She was Asia throughout the whole playoffs, but in particular versus the Fever versus Aaliyah Boston and Natasha Howard, she was like, "Yo, I'm
Another
gonna
matchup thing.
I'm gonna be bigger, better than everybody." But versus the Mercury, Chelsea Gray came through. She made a lot of big plays in that finals that ultimately I think helped get them over the top. And I think there's a little bit too much
Hey,
emphasis.
shout out to a good cousin bias. What's up, out here?
What's up? I think ha- that kind of finishing act is what's in people's mind, and I don't really know if that is a really total, um, if that's a full view of how I see the WNBA right now. Like, I think there's 3 or 4 guards that I think are better than her point guards. Like, I think her and Courtney Williams are on the same par at this point in their careers. I'm not saying that she's better or not, but I think
Give
for
me Courtney, bro.
what they bring to each other's teams right now, I think they're on par. But those two young girls, Paige and
You talking
Caitlin,
about Courtney for the Valkyrie, right?
nah, Courtney Williams, for
My
the
Dyke,
Lakers.
my favorite Dyke.
Oh, okay. My
Um,
bad, my bad, my bad.
but those two young point guards, CC and Paige, like I'm taking both of them over Chelsea. I would
Shit, I'm
argue,
taking Kelsey Mitchell over Chelsea.
not really a point guard, but I see what you're saying. Like
She
small
played
guard,
point after Cece went down.
yeah, a lot more on the ball for sure. But like even somebody like Kelsey Plum, I might argue like
Me as well.
I
No,
take
She
her.
dropped 37 the other night.
Yeah, because she's a scoring point. She's the new age scoring point guard who also. But like,
Hey,
I would
boo, go sports.
I would obviously take, not obviously, but like if you told me I'd take her, I wouldn't think
she
that's
was
wrong.
passing a lot more last year, man.
Yeah,
Like
because
Chelsea Gray should not be number one.
that's what they
Shit's
needed.
crazy.
But what I will say with
But
that,
let's not forget that she's up in their age now too,
well, that's what we're saying.
That's what
That's
I'm saying.
though. Up in
that's
their age, like
that's what I'm
she was
saying.
coming back from injury last year,
I'll give
like
her
playing
that.
through it the first half of the year.
I'll give her that more than
Well,
anything.
that's
Because like
fine.
she was definitely hurt. She was still hurt when she was playing at the beginning of the year last
I don't deny that. But if that's the case, then why isn't there any grace given to the other girl who was hurt the second half of the season?
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. Like we that's what I'm saying. I
year.
don't
Because
really,
Chelsea was there when it mattered.
and once again that's fair. That is an actual fair assessment because
That's 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 what it is for
that's
real.
how we do sports. Like
For sure.
if you're there when it
What's
counts,
the best what's the best ability, Charles?
availability.
There we go.
No denying that. But I think we'll have a really good season. Um, I don't you no, I don't think we need any predictions. I think we should give it a little bit before we start doing MVPs and things. But I will say my last thing with the WNBA though, Nafisha Collier, she made some.
No, we gotta talk about the Kiki and Angel beef.
No, I don't have time for that.
Okay,
No,
okay.
no.
Too
I,
early?
I can't. I can't even throw correct shade because I was gonna be like only talk about like all, but they're both all stars. It's like well, that beef is not really worth my while. Like
You say what you needed to say.
the
We're in
twenty
the jump.
the
You know,
20th
We
and the
good.
25th best
We good.
player
We good.
aren't moving me,
We good, baby.
especially
We
when
good.
it's not real. Like if
We
they
good.
actually give fisticuffs, then but it's just like they playing hard. Uh, but Nafisha,
Shorty don't clap back at too many people, so
who Kiki
Angel.
or
Angel
Angel?
don't be Angel. She don't look at you in your eyes and do that to too many people, so
Yeah, because too many people don't try her. The only other person who really tried her in the W was AT.
so that would.
Yeah, that's my point. So
Stewie as well. They had their little beef too. You know what
yeah,
That's an old lady against a young lady.
yeah, you know what I'm
I mean?
saying. It definitely, but he's right. He's right.
Claps.
I ain't saying you wrong.
Claps.
Yeah.
For sure.
But hold on, where was I? Where was I with?
He was talking about Fee. He was about to.
Oh, so Fee. So she went on
Too
NPR.
physical shit.
She went on NPR, and they were having a conversation about the growth of the women's sports. They talked about Unrivaled. They talked about a few other things, but the quote that picked up traction was that they asked her about what she wanted to see, and she talked about scoring. She talked about offense in the WNBA, and she said that basically, essentially, that they want more freedom of movement, and they want more freedom of movement because as an offensive player, that's what she believes the game is for offense, and she believes that's what fans want to see. I think Nafisha Collier is right and she's wrong. I think in general, fans want to see more offense across every sport: football, basketball, baseball, hockey. You name the sport, their 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 governing body, whatever, are trying to find ways to make them score more, have more offensive, whatever. Every sport, I don't care. Baseball added a clock. I forget the thing that they did with hockey, but every sport is moving. Football, to change the kickoff so that you're starting at the 35. Every sport is adding little mechanisms in hopes to score more points. The issue is though that's not what the WNBA has ever been about. They have always prided themselves, it seems, on
Most physical
being
league. Yep.
this physical league where where it's not just about offense, where defense matters. And I think people might be offended by this. I think when people don't really watch your product like that, you're able to do that. You're able to kind of play a more pure version of things. You're able to just go for it. We can't do that now. Like there's more eyes on what we got going on now, so the product has to look a little different, whether you like it, whether they like it or not. The truth is that the modern basketball fan has been conditioned to see a certain type of basketball, and hand checking and basically playing Walker Mill basketball
There you go.
ain't gonna work. Like it's just not going to work. Like legitimate injuries caused to star players, that's not people aren't paying to watch the Indiana Fever versus the Dallas Wings. People are watching to see Caitlin Clark
Caitlin
versus
Clark versus
Paige
Paige
Beckers.
Beckers.
People aren't watching Vegas versus Liberty. They're watching Asia versus Stewie. So if you're trying to keep this growth and all of these things of the game going, it's imperative that you do things that allow for your best players and your best product to not just be out there, but to shine. Like all of this stuff is beneficial to everybody. And the truth of the matter is that nobody comes in particular to watch people play defense. Just being straight up. In particular in basketball. Basketball is about putting the ball in the net. That's how the game works. Do you win championships playing defense? Of course. There is no denying that. But the truth of the matter is, the paying customer comes to see you put the ball in the hoop. And the more you can facilitate that, the better not the better your product, the more popular your product will be. And I think if Fee, someone who helped start Unrivaled, who is part of the WNBA Players Association, I think she's looking at this from
She's the
that
president, ain't she?
one of the I think her and Stewie are both, I think, either presidents
Nneka as well.
and NECA. Um, I think that's the kind of the eyes in which she's looking at this conversation from. I don't think she's looking at it from a purely let's roll the ball out and let's play. I don't think that's the case. She's a defensive player of the year. She's quite physical in her play, but also she's one of the
On the offensive end as well.
exactly like she has a physical presence to her game, but she's also a very skilled basketball player. She also could do things like
She initiates physicality for a serve.
to be
read.
honest, she can dribble. Like that's the thing. Like
sure.
there's a lot of there's a lot of people her size WNBA who can't dribble. Like that's just the truth of the matter. She has that skill set so where she doesn't need to play.
Nigga Charles said, "Fuck the bullshit."
You know what I'm saying? Like we have to be a little bit honest about if we're gonna keep talking about the WNBA and all this evolution. Is
Like I
that
said, she got a bag, shorty.
bro, my biggest thing with the WNBA for a lot of time is that guard play was lacking because you had guards who did not have a bag.
Shout out to Skylar Diggins.
Courtney Vandersloot, like, love her. Great point guard. She ain't got no bag. Like, she playing, like, 2009, 10 ass basketball. And that shit, I don't understand
That's why. That's
how
why
she,
Cynthia Cooper will forever be my favorite point guard in the WNBA.
I
Well,
don't
one
know.
of her and Diana Taurasi.
I don't know how Sloot is still out here, calling the shots in Chicago, but that's my thing. Like,
And that's why they are not going nowhere.
they are. They got enough pieces. And Vander, you know what's so
I
funny?
mean, now, yeah,
They're gonna be so good until she comes back. Like,
I'm here.
they're gonna be really good, and then she's gonna come back and
And fucking everything up.
and their
They
whole
gotta,
thing.
they gotta Deladon her, bro. Just go. They gotta Deladon her.
Or
No,
she-
nigga, they need to yell at her. They
Something.
need to take her out the pasture. Put
Something.
But no, that's my WNBA.
for her down. They need to force her into retirement.
I'm looking
Send her back home.
I'm looking forward to the season. I think we'll have a lot of. And I think it'll be intense, but it'll be a weird intenseness because there's this extra scrutiny now.
Which game we going to?
Oh, that's all y'all. You know me. I gotta pull up to Brooklyn. I gotta see.
Stewie in there.
I gotta see Stewie and them because Stewie is low key my favorite player.
I'm
Like,
here.
just like because
My favorite player retired. I'm looking for a new one.
she's just like low key my favorite player. Because
Sexuality
she's
aside.
been my favorite player. CC. I keep saying I'm a CC.
But you a UConn guy though.
Oh, for sure. And I thought I was going to see CC last year, but she got hurt, so it kind of limited the opportunities. But this year, we're seeing CC. So either in BK, Chicago, BK, DC, or we're going to make the trip to Indiana. Actually, Indiana's mad racist, I heard. So I'm going to maybe stay away.
Hey, hold on.
Indiana.
Shout out to my 520 guys,
No, not in. Oh, okay, you're right. Because what I was going to say is like.
because they're in Indiana.
No, they
Shout,
are.
shout
No,
out to
no. Mike
if
is
this
from
is
Gary, Indiana. This
I'm here. I'm here. Shout out to the
the.
shout out to the 520 guys. If this ends up being a clip, because we got a lot of clips from this episode. I feel
Yeah, we got some good clips for sure. But
for sure.
yeah,
But if this ends up being one, shout out to the 520 guys. They definitely gave I listen to their podcast a lot, and they give like a little tour guide for Indiana. So if we ever go, I would definitely be like, yeah, I actually low key want to go to Indiana. They got some stuff.
yeah, I'm definitely down to go places to see some shit for sure. But shout out to y'all. Good episode, and we didn't have we didn't hit politics at all today. Well, I guess the Hannah virus.
We can save that for the next one.
Yeah, hopefully by that time the war is actually done, so we can
It's
actually.
gonna ramp up, Charles. They already.
We'll
they
see. You
went
know what?
against-
Actually, I think that's why I didn't deep dive because
Yeah,
we didn't
they went against truces and some more shit.
we didn't have consensus.
Iran bombed Oman the other day, and then the United States bombed Iran's southern border today, and all that. We got some shit going on. I got to dissect.
Stay black,
We gotta get
stay
the
lovely,
WhatsApp.
keep it all gangster, and we'll see you guys on the flip side. Oh, and my birthday's on Sunday, you guys. Happy birthday to
For
me.
sure. Happy birthday to brother Charles.
Oh, Mother's Day. God damn it. Mother's Day is on Sunday.
Y'all
too, so-
favorite lady that used to go to my body, Slim. Shout out to her. Slim, she just came home not too long ago.
Shout out to mothers. Oh, I would be remiss. I swear to God, we're leaving after this. I'd be remiss if I didn't say Happy Mother's Day to my mother, Omadic's mom, Mook's mom, and to all the lovely women who have birthed
The
us.
lovely, the lovely mothers of Islam.
The lovely mothers of Islam, and all the women who have birthed our children. So happy Mother's
sure.
Day to all of the mothers, both ours and the ones who helped bring us our children. So thank
For
you,
sure.
women.
Shout out
all
to her for
across.
sure.
We love you all. Have a wonderful Mother's Day. I feel like that's a good send off, right? Everyone,
Yes, sir. Yes,
everyone
sir.
should be happy. No one should be offended.
All encompassing.
Everyone gets a, and it's my birthday. Charles
Yeah.
Day greater than Mother's Day though.